Hey everybody, welcome back. World War II Submarine History with Haiku. And today for our 10th briefing, we have a book review. Now, when USNI asked me to review The Sailor's Bookshelf, 50 Books to Know the Sea by retired Admiral James Stavridis, I was very pleased and more than a little curious to read a book about books. I also didn't know anything at all about Admiral Stavridis. However, USNI was very nice to include a press release about the book with a short biography of the Admiral for me to read. Former NATO Supreme Allied Commander. Okay, I'm impressed. But his book sounds a lot like the CNO's reading list. And did I mention that Admiral Stavridis has a couple books he's authored on the CNO's reading list? Now, reading the preface to The Sailor's Bookshelf, 50 Books to Know the Sea, I quickly realized that, whoa, this was not what I was expecting. Right up front in the opening of the preface, Admiral Stavridis states his three passions. First, his wife. 2, reading. 3, the ocean. Where is the Navy? Developing leadership, warfighting, C3I. This does not sound like a 4-star admiral who led NATO. Definitely sounding less like Quint, more Matt Hooper. And that's the great thing about this book. Reading this book, I've come to understand what an incredibly down-to-earth, humble, and nerdy guy Admiral Stavridis is. How can you not like a guy who makes comparisons between Captain James Cook and Captain James T. Kirk? Admiral Stavridis, in his own words in the preface, for books as different as Moby Dick and Naval Ship Handler's Guide, the common thread is simple. These are books about the sea with wisdom within their covers that will help anyone, whether a sailor or not, deepen their understanding and appreciation for the blue world that covers 70% of this planet. And what a beautiful way to say that. Like the CNO's reading list, this book is organized into 4 sections. And that's the end of the comparison, by the way. Those sections are the oceans, explorers, sailors in fiction, and sailors in nonfiction. Each section contains between 8 and 15 books personally owned and read by Admiral Stavridis. It's an eclectic selection of books, as evidenced in the section The Oceans, where there are books on cod, as in the fish, to a biography on the person who figured out how to calculate the longitudinal position of a ship at sea, a book on the daily life of a swordfish boat, The Hungry Ocean, A Swordfish Captain's Journey by Linda Greenlaw, which I own myself, and I can confirm it has a rightful place on this list, to Dutton's Nautical Navigation and The Watch Officer's Guide. In each of these sections, Admiral Stavridis spends 2 to 4 pages giving a brief summary of each book, explaining the importance of each book to the section and what they meant to him personally. There are plenty of books on this list relevant to professional military mariners, but there are also a lot of books that, on the surface, seem to have absolutely no relevance. What can today's newly minted ensign learn from books like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or Life of Pi? This is where Admiral Stavridis' judgment and experience really shine. Many of the books on his list are psychological studies of individuals under stress and how they cope with success and failure. There is a recurring theme as you go through the book, and the book selections are relevant to professional mariners and recreational boat captains alike. As an example, I've owned a few boats myself here where I live on Lake Erie. Lake Erie is a great body of water for boating, but it can kick up in an instant and knock you down to size in short order if you're not aware of an understanding of the limits of your boat and yourself as a captain. The Perfect Storm, a true story of men against the sea, which is listed under the section Sailors in Nonfiction, was always on the back of my mind on days when the lake had the potential to ruin an otherwise beautiful boating day. This book of books is an easy recommendation to buy whether you're heading out to sea on your first deployment, ready to take command of your first ship, or even if you're an ocean ecologist. Even if you've never been at sea but are curious about it, this is a book that will enrich you. Wrapping it up, I'm imagining myself sitting down with the Admiral having a few beers at an oceanfront bar, just talking about the ocean and what it's like to be on the water. And maybe I'll write a book about it. I think the Admiral would approve, and I hope you'll feel the same way after you've read The Sailor's Bookshelf, 50 Books to Know the Sea. And that's it for today, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the briefing, and we'll come back again. Feel free to contact me via email. I am on Discord, Twitter, and I do have a Patreon. Thanks to USNI for doing the job they do so well. Their publishing arm is an invaluable resource to the preservation of naval history. Consider becoming a member so their work can continue long into the future. Till next time, peace out.